There's livestock up there. There's also a huge pumpkin patch right down here. They have like this big pumpkin festival, but it's good. Center pivot, kind of a little water. Come on. All right, we're gonna do a little remake. This was after a catch. So one thing, I no longer have my trap tag on here. So that's something I tried to check for. And I'll put a new tag on, so just give me a second. All right guys, well we got that new trap tag put on. So just gonna kind of try and reconstruct this set a little bit. He's already got it mounted up on each side, so I'm just gonna kind of leave it as is. This is pretty much all. I won't even really rebait this. It has a lot of good odors already. So if anything, I'm just going to squirt a little bit of urine on the backing. Take your clods and guide your coyote. And that's it. But there ain't much to it. We'll get them down the road. Woo. Guys, we're going to set up a little snare real quick. Found a nice little spot. Everything's kind of coming up right through here. Just ease out. So right here is a decent little choke point. So you can see I'm just going to toss the snare right here and get it done and see if we can't. I'm actually using one of those snare supports I made, so we'll see how it does. I don't know how it's going to do with this rocky soil. And then all we're going to do for this is just figure eight it. So this is the stake driver I use for Berkshires. This is not like the typical lady foot or lady slipper that I use for my super stakes. This is just your plain Jane standard 16-inch driver. It does a really good job with these damn Berkshires because it has a nice point. It seats in there. So we'll get this hot, sweating. Feel like a whore in church, you know? All right. Figure eight this mofo. So just slide it down and then you just literally tuck this right back through. Zip that up a little bit. That way your swivel still works. And then we'll get it. It's Berkshire. It's just enough to piss you off, really. So one thing, you know, we have a restricted size of nothing bigger than 15 inches. I try to go like 10 and 10, and then I want my lock to be like, whatever you want to say, it's the 1 or 2 o'clock position, 10 or 11. And then we just put it on this rubber. Turn her like so. And then you got a nice, so you got to think too, they're coming downhill, so they're going to be tucked down for I don't think they're going to be striding up high. I think they're going to be down a little bit lower. So that's about 9 inches. Could be up maybe a tad higher, but I think we'll still be good. Just center it up, get some nice nose guides there. And then one thing with these is they're usually loaded, so you can see how it's like a circle instead of like an oval shape. And if you ever need to, you can also use this. Literally just take it in the ground, get it to where it's solid, and then grab your snare at like the 12 o'clock position and the 7 o'clock position, and then just run it through, and you can give it a little bit more. So if you have to do it out in the field, you know, at least you have kind of a little tip, a little quick method. Okay, now I have to call Bob, have him come take a look at it. Oh man, I don't want to catch the bobcat. So, kind of set here right off the 2-track. There's a lot of travel way with deer hunters and everything. But as you can see, this kind of like splits right here and comes to a point. So if they're following any of these little funnels, that was the whole premise behind setting right here. Well, also there's 2 other sets over there that I've already caught. And then there's another grass tuft that's like a fresh set. You can kind of see like the grass tuft has died, so it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb if you're looking for it. But we'll just choke this out, and the reason that we use this dispatch pole is, you know, the coyote's not really, it's just like getting choked out like if you were to get like a rear naked choke. You don't really, you're in any pain, you just pass out. And so that's pretty much what's going on with this coyote. But the reason is, I don't want any blood, and I don't want any fur damage or skull damage. So we'll hurry up and get him taken out, get him in the truck, and then we'll get this set remade and we'll get on down the road. All right, so let's get to this remake. Just had a quick dispatch on that canine, and all we're gonna do is break up this ground real quick, find our hole. There she is. So if you can tell where the sun is and how it's shining, then you would know we're setting for the appropriate wind. But man, gosh, I love this. I love this trowel. Gary, you are the man. You make some superior shit. So that's sticking up. You can even take this and like if you have to, beat it down in the ground, just so it's kind of out of your way. I like to kind of hold my thumb up under the pan. Just scratch your jaws clean real quick. You always want your jaws to be, in my opinion, clean. Got a little ahead of myself. Let's get that poopy out of there. or as Phil Brown would call it, pup. A couple dirt clods here and there. Kind of gauge if you don't really know where you're setting or how to do it, kind of gauge it like that. Take your sifter, which in this case is my hand, and you just rough up a nice little pattern. Throw that out, and then a little dab will do you. We out. It's a male coyote, but this is a new little parcel that I got permission on, and never trapped here before. I've trapped around some of the areas, but I do kind of like what's going on out here. So might set this up real quick. I'm going to show you how to make a pumpkin set. Just wait. So I know you probably didn't believe me, but here she be. I did not move that pumpkin like that. It was like that, but I did put that hole in it. Got a big pumpkin patch here. Got 2 lanes coming down. Got a trap on this side and got a trap over on the other side on the other corner. Infamous pumpkin set. Trap pan is right yonder. So I'm really putting the trapper's pole to the test. Been bit up, just trying to get him to calm down a little bit. But I really don't like chasing him around for 10 minutes, so that's why we usually give him a little tap just to calm him down. But you know, you do this and you do this, and it gets to be a nuisance, really. Trapper pole's been working for me pretty well, guys. I can't speak for other individuals, but I'm running 2 of them. It's doing well.
You want these hanging, bro? Right here?
That's fine. My cheeseburger's ready. Did you see the coyotes?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's cool.
It's cool? And then we're going to process all the fur, and then we're going to make you a blanket.
Really?
Yeah,
Can?
we can. And we can sew it together. See all those coyotes sitting beside you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I love you.
I love you.
Go inside. Tell mommy I'll be in just a few minutes, okay?
I want my bike.
You can go ride your bike. Go ride your bike. Be good.
Okay.
I'll just use this, and it just makes me feel a little bit better about myself. I think it makes my wife feel a little bit better about myself. Just spray them a little bit. Actually, it's kind of has a deodorizer in it too, so it really does help. So, and you can use this. I've used this on deer hides as well. I know it says just for like pets, but it works really well on. And yeah, I got snapped the other day. I just pinched. Actually, kind of got into a weird spot, but I'll flip these coyotes over, and then I'll get them sprayed on the other side and let them set for a second, and then We'll get them up onto the gambrel. Alexa, play.
Hey,
You.
you did not tell me that you have bodies still.
Yeah, I forgot. Love you. Huh? Nope. I don't know if you can see this. So, I don't know if you can see this, but this, grossly looks different. Speculation, I could speculate that this was hit by a vehicle. Now, you get a lot of grief from tracking coyotes, but what happens whenever they get hit by a vehicle and or they get shot and they have to run around and have this happen to them? So that's something to think about. Whenever I trap a coyote, if that coyote's in the trap, he's going to be dispatched and he's going to be taken care of appropriately and humanely. I'm not out there to taunt or gloat in front of the coyote. I'm out there to show and pretty much document the things that I do. But, look at that. This leg is, you can tell it's obviously shorter. So, just think of all the stuff this coyote went through. Anyways, we're going to finish getting it skinned. Look, tight old bitch.
I said it so many times. I would change my ways, don't deny. Call me a sinner, call me a saint. Call me the word. Tell me it's alright. I don't want you to hurt. It's all that I can say. So I'll be on my way. I'll put it together. It'll last forever. I haven't made a choice, there was nothing. Call me your favorite. Call me the word. Tell me it's alright.
Big old fucking brawny male. A decent sized male.
Drop it like it's on the mix.
Oh man, I do like that way better. I like it way better. I see. I see. Oh my god, that's badass. Lord. Big old frying. Well, so we just got the little tumbler, got the medium going. Try and shake off everything inside. Baby, man, tell me that don't look good. Another nice looking, got a burr or something in it. Just move those out, just so nice and easy. So I put also, man, look at that one. That's a nice little blondie. All right, so we'll just take these little, I mean, that's a really, really solid looking, that's pretty much like your average run-of-the-mill, what everything looks like. A little bit lighter, but looks really good. Oh, come on, baby. So if you ever have any problem with them, like your nose is slipping, you can put a little sawdust up there if you want to. That'll give you a little friction. I'll let these cool down for about a day, so tomorrow, and then I'll kind of give them like a field test. That's how I was taught, and then kind of give them a smell test. And that's only if you're like kind of worried about them. And then I'll start to scrape them. You know, usually I always say, hey, you know, split these tails while you're skinning them. Honestly, this is the method I prefer. Got gloves on right at the end. It's the last thing I do. I check them all, quick and easy. And then we'll scrape those tomorrow. Hey, Miley.